Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry.
How's it going out there, YouTube land and all subsequent social media lands? Welcome to an all-new video. In this video, we're doing a movie review of a new film that just came out at the beginning of this month, and is a new M. Night Shyamalan film that is getting kind of mixed reviews, so we're going to get right into that. Before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so don't miss out on this video and the other videos I put up. As always, people, if you enjoy my content here on YouTube, definitely check out my other social media platforms such as X, Threads, Instagram, Facebook, Patreon. Pretty much post on those regularly, so definitely check them out. As always, people, let's get right into this. So welcome one and all to an all-new video. So like I was saying before, I've been doing a movie review of a new film that just came out at the beginning of this month, and is a new M. Night Shyamalan film called Trap. Yeah, Trap. Yeah. So Trap is a new film by Mr. M. Night Shyamalan, and is, you know, his newest take on a thriller film slash kind of serial killer type of vibe type of deal. And with M. Night Shyamalan, we have seen all kinds of varieties of types of films. We've seen sci-fi, we've seen horror, we've seen ghosts, we've seen comic book, all kinds of different versions of all different types of stuff, you know, genres from him, you know, from Lady in the Water to Unbreakable to Signs, Sixth Sense, all those films. And he has just been a very interesting director to watch because he has some hit and he has some misses. And with Trap, I was actually really impressed with the film. I really enjoyed it. I liked that it was a little different than what I've seen him do before. But at the same time, I liked how it was pretty much all encompassing in such a small little section of this part of LA or wherever this is supposed to be. And I really enjoyed just everything that M. Night brought to the film and gave us this really fantastic, over-the-wall type of thriller film that was a really great concept as well. Basically, going and taking something that is kind of based on, reality and bringing it to a more fantastical journey a little bit. But at the same time, I think that they did a good job of bringing that all really well rounded together and giving us this really great thriller type of film. Now, like I said, this is, of course, is directed by Mr. M. Night Shyamalan. Oh yeah, M. Night Shyamalan, woo! So like I said before, you might recognize him from Signs, Sixth Sense, Lady in the Water, The Village, many things over the years. Just recently he did that old film. He's done quite a few things that, some have, like I said, been hits and some have been misses. Now, like I said before with Trap, I thought he did a really good job. I liked the energy, I liked the writing, I liked the whole concept. Plus also it was really well casted as well, and I really enjoyed what M. Night got out of his actors and actresses in this film and gave us this really great kind of real representation, like I said before, of what possibly some people would do in a case of trying to capture a serial killer. Now, overall, like with most, M. Night films, he really has, like I said, had hit or miss. And I feel this was a huge hit. I feel this was up at the levels of, like, how good Signs did, how good Sixth Sense did. I think this is up at that level, like Unbreakable, Split, all those films. I think that this is a really well-rounded film that M did a good job of bringing to life, gave us this really fantastic, like, real-life feel, like a real concert. He gave us this real aspect of, like, what it would be like if a serial killer was trapped and what he had to do in order to try to escape his entrapment. And overall, I think that M did a great job of bringing that to life, giving us a really solid film that was just really fun. Now, this film has a really decent cast. Not a huge cast, but a decent cast. Actually, one of the actresses in the film is actually his daughter, who plays the pop star that is the one doing the concert in the film, which I think she did a great job of bringing that to life. I thought that was interesting. And overall, the rest of the actors and actresses all did a really great job and gave us really outstanding performances, I thought. Now, to start us off is none other than kind of the main villain himself, the main guy being trapped, the serial killer of the film, Mr. Josh Hartnett! Oh yeah, Josh Hartnett! Woo! Josh Hartnett! Yeah! So Josh Hartnett, who is an amazing actor. We've seen him in several things over the years. He was in Pearl Harbor. He was in 40 Days and 40 Nights. He was in Wicker Park. In the early 2010s, he was in a comic book film where he played like a futuristic cowboy type of deal and all kind of stuff. And just overall, Josh has been a really great actor. I've enjoyed him pretty much anything I've ever seen him in, and I just have always enjoyed what he brings to his characters. And I know it's been a while since he actually has been in a film, and so I think that little hiatus really gave him a boost in how great of an actor he is, because I always felt that he had a great talent. I always thought that he was a decent actor, like I said, that had, really good at playing different types of genres, from being sci-fi-ish to serious to dramatic to even comedic. And I feel that he had all those elements he brought to life in this film. And I just really enjoyed what Josh brought to the character, and I enjoyed his interpretation of this serial killer, and it really felt like he really was this serial killer, and that's how good of a job Josh did in this film, and I really hope he gets recognized for how good he was in this film. Now, if you haven't seen Josh Hartnett in anything, definitely a film to check him out in. It's a really great film from 1998, and it's just a really great sci-fi, kind of comedy action film that has a huge cast and directed by Robert Rodriguez called The Faculty. Yeah. The Faculty. Yeah. He was absolutely fantastic as his character in that film. Absolutely loved him playing kind of the loner smart guy in the film. And him being really kind of the only one that throughout the whole film is really truly himself and is kind of like the badass kind of character, but at the same time he's super smart. I just really enjoyed what Josh brought to the character and how he was very sophisticated, but at the same time really kind of cool, and he really was kind of like the leader of the pack almost, along with Elijah Wood. And I think that Josh did a great job of giving us a great performance and working with all those other up-and-coming actors at the time, and they all worked and meshed really well together. If you haven't seen Josh Hartnett or anything, definitely check him out in The Faculty. He did a really fantastic job. But overall, I really enjoyed what he brought to his character in Trap, and I think this is a very much award-worthy performance. If you haven't seen Josh Hartnett recently, go check him out in Trap now in theaters. He was phenomenal. So that brings me to the next actor I like to talk about this film. And that, of course, is an amazing, awesome actress who has been around for many, many years and actually came out of retirement to play this character. And that, of course, is Miss Hayley Mills. Oh, yeah! Hayley Mills! Woo! Hayley Mills! Yeah! Hayley Mills, I have been a huge fan of since I first saw her in Parent Trap. I have been a fan of her in several of the films she's been in. The Moon Spinners, Pollyanna, several films of the years, and even into her adult films that she did, where she played an adult and everything like that, and was way different than her Disney days. I've actually seen a few of her films, and a lot of them I think she was really fantastic in, and she's always been a fun to watch. And I think she has a really great charismatic feel to her. You just cannot not like her. And at the same time, even if she's playing like a bad guy character, you still feel like you like her and you want to be her friend type of deal. And Hayley is really good at playing those characters and giving us this really feel for wanting to be her friend type of deal. And I think Hayley does a great job with that. And in all of her movies, I think she just does a really great job of bringing that to life and giving us really decent performances that are, very fun and entertaining. Now, if you haven't seen Hayley Mills in anything, definitely check out a great film that she was in many, many years ago, which is coming up on its 60th anniversary, and is a great Disney film that she just knocked it in the park in. And that, of course, is a film called That Darn Cat. Yeah! That Darn Cat. Yeah! Absolutely loved her in this film. She was utterly fantastic. She was so fun and awesome. And absolutely love her as a character in this film. She plays like this very nosy person, but because of her nosiness, she ends up saving the day and saving this woman, and is kind of like a comedy slash family like, you know, mystery film. She plays kind of like detective a little bit. We got Dean Jones in the film. And we just have this really great cast of great Disney actors at the time that just really kicked the butt in it. And just Haley was just so awesome in this film. I absolutely fell in love with her in this film. She just really was awesome, and I just think this is one of her best performances. If you haven't seen her in anything, you know, newer or older, definitely check her out on That Darn Cat. She did a really fantastic job. But overall, I really enjoyed seeing her. It was literally an aha moment seeing it in theaters going, holy crap, is that Haley Mills? I haven't seen her in years. And it just was so freaking fun to see her back and playing this character that's like this FBI profiler that just was super awesome. If you have not seen Haley Mills recently, go check her out in Trapped in theaters now. She did a fantastic job. So that brings me to the next actor I like to talk about this film. And that, of course, is the great actress who has played several different roles over the last, I would say, decade or so, and has been all over the place in her different characters. And that, of course, is Miss Allison Pill. Oh yeah, Allison Pill. Woo, Allison Pill, yeah. Allison Pill is very good, I think, at her roles. She always plays great characters, and I feel that her characters are always very like woe is me, or like unsophisticated, very down in their luck kind of characters. But at the same time, she also can play some really great, powerful characters as well. And I think she's just a really well-rounded actress that I enjoy seeing in films. I've always enjoyed watching her. I think she does a decent job. And, you know, in Trap, it was no exception. I thought that her character was really done well. I thought she played a surprised wife very well. And I just think overall she did a really great job. And I really enjoyed how she ends up, you know, basically explaining at the end of the film her part in what's happening in the film. And I really enjoyed that, you know, she has a lot more to do with the film, even though she isn't in it that much. She still plays a really powerful, you know, performance and is really entertaining and a great addition to that cast. Now, if you haven't seen Allison Pill in anything, definitely check out a great film that came out in the early 2000s with Lindsay Lohan called Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. Yeah! Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. Oh my god, this movie is so freaking fantastic. Brought by Disney, starring Lindsay Lohan, Allison Pill, Megan Fox, you know, great cast of people, Carol Kane, so many greats. And this film is just super awesome, and I absolutely love Allison Pill as Lindsay Lohan's best friend. And she just plays the character to the T. And she plays that very, like, I'm a loner, I don't have any friends really, but I end up becoming a friend with you because we have a affinity for Sid Arthur and all this kind of stuff. And I just really enjoy her character in the film, and I love her evolution through the film. And I think she just does a great job and gives us this really fantastic performance that should be a credit to her for how great she was in the film. And I think that she should get definitely some kudos for how fun she was as this character, and she played really well off of everyone throughout the film. If you haven't seen Allison Pill or anything, definitely check out Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. She was really fantastic in it. But overall, I really enjoyed her performance in Trap, and I think that she was a really great addition, and I really enjoyed her as Josh Hartnett's wife in the film. If you haven't seen her recently or anything, definitely go check her out in Trap in theaters now. She did a really great job. So what is the film Trap about? Basically, the premise of the film is Josh Hartnett's character and his daughter go to this concert that he got tickets for in this arena. And while he's there, he ends up finding out that this is actually a trap for a serial killer. And throughout the film, basically, it's about this serial killer trying to figure out a way to escape without getting caught. And basically, it's about him and his efforts and all that kind of stuff. Really well done film. I thought a great story, really interesting take on, you know, something like this if it would happen in real life. I love that they brought in a lot of great, like, realism with the FBI profiler, with the, you know, family members, how they would treat an individual if they found out that they were a serial killer, and all that kind of different stuff. And I just thought that M did a great job of bringing this to life and giving this a really solid film that just was super enjoyable. and I just thought that overall it was a really well done film. I give this film a giant 10 Goldie movie boxes up. I thought it was really fantastic, really enjoyed it. Overall, I just thought it was a really well done film and really worth a watch. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend go check it out in theaters now. Really fun. Can't wait to add this to the collection. So that's it for this movie review, guys. As always, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, also thank you for subscribing. If this is your first time here, or you have been here before, don't forget to check out any older new videos you might not see mine yet. And a huge shout out to my new and old followers. Thank you so much for being a part of the Cybernetics Shark page. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, all that great stuff. You guys are rocking it. As always, people, if you want to show more support for the channel and help the channel out, definitely check out my Patreon page where you get all kinds of extra accoutrement you don't get here on my YouTube channel. So definitely check that out. As always, catch you in the next one.